Days of Our Lives spoilers. A blast from the past rattles Salem as EJ plays God in the present. The week of March 2, 2026, promises a volatile mix of vintage villains and DiMera dominance, as a shocking return from the past collides with EJ's high-tech scheme to control Salem's future. Salem, USA. Get ready for a week of heart-stopping confrontations and DiMera-driven drama in Salem. While EJ DiMera works tirelessly to pull the strings of the present, a figure from Stephanie Johnson's traumatic past violently resurfaces, proving that in Salem, no ghost ever truly stays buried. The week of March 2 to 6 is packed with high-stakes rescues, suspicious family interventions, and a scientific miracle that threatens to blow the lid off the entire town. A horrifying reunion. For weeks, Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, has been living in fear, convinced that her abusive ex-boyfriend, Jeremy Horton, was her stalker. However, in a cruel twist of fate, the truth is far more sinister. On Monday, March 2, Stephanie finds herself face to face with her actual abductor, and the revelation is nothing short of terrifying. Jeremy Michael Rourke, who has been desperately trying to prove his innocence, manages to track Stephanie down, only to walk into a trap. As he attempts to free her, the real kidnapper emerges from the shadows, Owen Kent Wes Ramsey. This is a face Stephanie, and longtime viewers, will never forget. Owen, the man who held her captive over a decade ago, has returned with a chilling proclamation of twisted love. "I love you, Stephanie, but you've been unfaithful to me." He seethes, as he sadistically ties them both up, forcing the former enemies into an uneasy alliance to survive. While Stephanie fights for her life, her family scrambles back in Salem. Steve and Jada pore over tips, and Roman and Abe do their best to comfort a frantic Kayla, who is forced to confront the harsh reality that she may have been wrong about Jeremy all along. EJ's shocking secret project. A world away from the hostage crisis, a different kind of captivity is unfolding in a secret DiMera lab. EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, is on the verge of unleashing his most audacious scheme yet. Throughout the week, EJ is seen hovering over a glowing cryogenic capsule with his company conspirators, Drive, Rolf Richard Warden, and Gwen Ritech Emily O'Brien. As Dr. Rolf busies himself with the POD's final adjustments, Gwen gazes at the figure inside with a mix of awe and trepidation. "This is going to turn so many lives upside down," she warns. But EJ, reveling in his godlike power, simply smirks and replies, "Yes, but in the most wonderful way possible." The identity of the woman in the pod is the most tantalizing mystery in Salem. Speculation is rampant, but evidence increasingly points to the late, great Lexi Carver. EJ's recent inheritance of Stefano's Phoenix ring has fully awakened his dark side, and reviving his sister would serve multiple twisted purposes. Not only would it bring her back to her son, Theo, but it would also derail Theo's plans to return as CEO of DiMera Enterprises, a position EJ wants to keep Johnny in. Perhaps most satisfying for the vengeful DiMera, a resurrected Lexi would obliterate the marriage of his nemesis, Paulina Price. Paulina, Jack A. Harry, sensing EJ's deception, confronts him head-on. "I know that you're up to something or hiding something, EJ, and I'm going to find out what it is," she vows. However, she is completely unaware of the life-altering magnitude of the secret he guards. By Friday, March 6, the tension culminates in a shocking moment when EJ finally reveals his secret to a stunned Paulina, leaving viewers to wonder if Salem is about to witness its most miraculous, or most devastating, resurrection yet. Family ties and teen turmoil. Amidst the chaos, the everyday lives of Salem residents continue to simmer with tension. Maggie and Sarah share a worrying heart-to-heart about Holly Jonas's recent behavior, with Sarah voicing the fear every parent dreads. You don't think that she's using again. Their concerns are validated later in the week as Brady is forced to lecture a rebellious Tate and Holly about the consequences of their actions. Meanwhile, the teenage drama extends to the town's elite families. In a desperate move, Sophia Choi approaches Melinda Trask at Bayview, asking for a little favor, a request that immediately raises red flags for the cynical attorney. With Rachel Black also in the mix, trying to help Ari, it's clear that Salem's next generation is just as skilled at manipulation as their parents. As the week unfolds, one thing is certain: the past is not just knocking on Salem's door, it's kicking it down. Whether it's the physical threat of Owen Kent or the emotional bombshell of a resurrected Lexi, the characters of Days of Our Lives will be left reeling, proving once again that in Salem, history is doomed to repeat itself.